I want you to get together.
Is John Coleman, and I've been a mortgage broker for over 16 years. And one of the biggest concerns for people, the number of questions I often get asked is, what should they bid on a property, or what tactics should they use when trying to buy a home, and when they're competing against other people who are also interested, and when they don't know the estate agent and they don't know how reliable the information is coming at them. Well, I don't want to pretend I have the magic answer, but I certainly would have strategies that I would be bringing on board myself if it was me looking to buy or looking to bid in a property. And I suppose what happens is people go and have a look at a home on a weekend, they fall in love with it, and the first thing they want to do Monday morning is put a call in and say, this is the price we're happy to bid. First thing I would say is don't do that. Ultimately, and there's a psychology here at play, the sales agent, his role is twofold. One is to get the best price possible he can for the seller, and two, ultimately, is to sell it. Now, if he's just showing a house at the weekend and you're putting a bid in on a Monday morning, all in effect you're doing is you're bidding against yourself in effect, because that bid will just be used to the next person who's interested to say, well, we have a bid of this particular, and it will be just used to get. So I would advocate a strategy of waiting. As difficult as that might sound, given the nature of what you're trying to purchase, it is the best strategy. Really important, even before you put the first bid in, is to sort of know what price range you're prepared to go to. There's a great website called the Property Price Register, which actually gives the prices of all the houses that were sold in every area in the last number of years. So if you want to get a benchmark, now it's not a perfect benchmark, but it will certainly give you a good guide as to what price you should be prepared to pay, or more importantly, what price you will walk away from this property. Again, this may be easier said than done. Try to put a bid in that will give you some control, rather than just giving them a bid and saying nothing. I would say put a bid in and say, well, actually, this bid only lasts for 3 or 4 days. We're looking at other houses, so we want to move on this quickly. So try to take some control back from the agent, or back away from the seller, because it is a negotiation, and you do need to have some level of leverage. The next piece of advice is probably definitely easier said than done. Don't fall in love with the property. It's only a home. I know it's where you probably see yourself and you see your future, but you need to be able to think practically when getting involved in this, because it's very easy, and I've seen it happen many times. People start bidding, and then suddenly they bid 30,000 more than they actually thought they would be prepared to pay for it. So having a rational head, not rushing in, looking at basically what you should be prepared to pay based on comparables, and trying to put some level of bids that would give you some control. That would be my summary of how I'd be thinking, or how I'd be playing it if it was me looking to buy a property. More than happy to have a chat with any of my clients around this before putting any bids in. I certainly wouldn't be gambling with your money, but I can advise on tactics that I've seen work and tactics that I have seen fail. So, interested in having this conversation, my contact details are below, and happy house hunting.